rapper's name up on the hash song. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go, come on. Four down.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
That's fine. Yeah. No. Green 18.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. On target over the middle of the hill. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
That's fine. Yeah. Hey, boys, got 4 down. No.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
319! Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles. 319!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. From the end zone, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills' offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. First carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Get right down.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, you got 3. You're set. 180. 54 spot. Check. 54 spot. Hey.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now out comes Houston. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rodgers now to throw again. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He goes underneath to Ingram. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Line right.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah, once more, a strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Rodgers now on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They give him a gain of 37. Rodgers now to throw. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A.J. Derby, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw, Newton. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. To throw is Newton. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. His pass caught at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He dumps it down to Ingram. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Mark Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They go with Chubb on second down. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Newton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
20.
On second down, here's Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island. We are going. 319.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. He spins free. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Everyone's got 4 down. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trucks over it. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually get the defense back on its heels.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Rodgers to throw on second down. Crabtree with it over the middle. he's taken down inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers now on first down. On the clock. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. That'll bring up second down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. To throw again. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Lutz now to kick this one away. Now it's Patterson. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not. We'll find out. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run the Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one. Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan
and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he fires one, but incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47.
319.
They toss to Ingram. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Michael Kendricks in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hey, check 26.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. Chris Long. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And the Falcons have moved out in front. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now Newton on 1st down. Drops it off for Chubb. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
That's it. 180.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for the Bills. 45 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
That's it. 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Bills on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Newton to throw. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 21. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And now past another. There goes Mark Ingram. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans continue to pour it on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now, having thrown 3?
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
We got chips over here. Chips over here.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Set. 180.
They go play action here on first down. His throw incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and now it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
To throw on 3rd down, Newton. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And Robinson with a big catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Newton now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And that is incomplete. Out of the backfield, Adrian Peterson was the intended target. 3rd down here.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Ingram again. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
That's fine. Yeah.
Four down, check. Four down.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Bills getting set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Got to love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Gun, gun, gun. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
On 1st down, it's Newton. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for the Texans, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.